Hello and welcome back to Snowrunner Season 11, where you join me with the big rig once more as we look to take on a bird's eye view, which is going to require some deliveries on a mountainous scale. So, what I'm doing at the minute is prepping the call up. I might actually reverse in, that might be easier because this thing's pretty long. So we're moving 4 cable cars. They take 2 slots each. And as you can see, we need to move 4. I need to go further forward than that before starting any reversing maneuvers. So yeah, I would like to do it all in one go, which means the 8-slot cargo trailer makes another appearance. That, again, is not ideal. So just use the winch there just to pull it round a bit. And then we'll bring the front around. And then we'll start to turn. Sorry, it's reversing and commentary is not that easy. This bit hasn't gone very well. I've nothing to... Oh, actually, that should help. That's really not done very much. Right. Come on, pull it sideways, please. That's better. And then I could just hopefully get the truck out of the tree. Yeah, reversing while doing active commentary, really actually pretty difficult. But we've made it because the little T-junction aspect of it is quite tight. So yes, 4 cable cars, as we're about to see. They're pretty nice. There's quite a bit to them, so you've got the cable car and then an attachment for the roof so they can go on the cable. So we have to drive these up the mountains. So, I mean, it's going to be a ski slope venture. I mean, you could do these 1 at a time or 2 at a time if you used a 2-slot trailer. I don't know how heavy they are. I can't imagine they're that heavy in reality. Am I gonna make this corner? Not really. So I thought, call up it again. As the trailer goes, bridges the ditch nice and easily. But yeah, up the ski slope because there's just no way. There is no way you would make it up the winding roads with all of this. This is quite the sight. I mean, I don't foresee any problems getting up the ski slope, really. Shouldn't be too difficult. It should be a bit easier than building the Oristoke sign that we did 2 episodes ago, because there are fewer sudden crests to catch the trailer on, really. Oh, right. Gateway is coming up. I was pressing the wrong buttons to try and change the camera. And yeah, we'll just use the big Hulkster. It's nice and fuel efficient, pretty much. And from where we are, it should be fairly easy to get onto a road where we can get to the bottom of the ski slope. Oh, it's further to the gateway than I remember. Although I did come to the railway station the long way. Just autopiloted. I thought, oh, I'll go that way because I went to the eastern gate. So I thought, oh, well, there's a fuel station nearby. And then had to drive all the way around the map to burn pretty much the same amount of fuel. So, you know, that was worthwhile, wasn't it? Anyway, rambling aside, we have arrived. I hope we get to see them moving. Oh, yeah, because my stuff is so big. My truck and trailer, I get a warning that, oh, there's not enough space. So with the gateways miles from the gateway box is miles from the actual tunnel. Right, oh, we are actually going to need to take that route for once. So we'll go to here, take a right, and then, yeah, take a right, then a left. Hopefully I can squeeze past this digger. Ooh. Maybe not. Uh-oh. How much of a pain in the collision is... Oh, it's... Yeah. It doesn't like that. Plus, I've got these stupid little barriers. Oh, okay. At least it wasn't a case of the arm of the digger just lunging out between the cable cars. Oh, thank God for that. So this is the penultimate mission of the Aristotle Skiing Administration, or whatever it's called. The last one is, I think, locked behind a different mission from one of the other main categories. So I think overall I was going to rate this set of missions pretty well. There's a nice mix of things. I think with the way I've done it, in terms of going up and down the ski slope, I've not had to do it too much. I've just had to be, I don't know, not a little creative, but think on my feet a bit about trucks and trailers to minimize the number of runs up the mountain. Because I can anticipate that it's not everybody's cup of tea to run the same route. I mean, I'm the same. You know, my limit is doing the same thing over and over again with the exact same cargo. You know, like in Ontario, it was water, having to make 11,000 trips with water, just back and forward, back and forward. At least this is with all different types of cargo going up and down the mountain. And if you really want to, you could just do it this way. You know, there's one of the missions, I think you've got to shift 8 in total. You could just do this. There's nothing stopping you. Also to note, I have some of the new tires on the Kolob. What are these? I think it's set 2. I think the alternate sets are actually just the same. They have the same ratings. They have the same traction ratings, but might be of different dimension. So I'm giving those a go. I think this is set 2. And ordinarily on the Kolob I'd use what is the MSH set 2. So this would be the JAT MSH set 2. Which, yes, I believe have the same stats for traction. Right, so it's pretty bumpy. It's pretty bumpy because of all the fixed rockery. But I've not tested the Kolob on the ski slope, so unsure how it's going to handle. But we've got plenty of fuel. Ooh, am I going to make this turn? Shouldn't be too bad. It's another early on in this route. The red route is pretty decent. Oh, I can feel the Kolob having to work a lot harder now. But given the red route is a bit windy, I think I'm going to have to go with the blue route. Given my length. Yeah, winding around those corners and through that puddle can be a little bit tetchy. Right. just going to try and straight line this as much as I can. But obviously trying to minimize crossing between the two ski routes because there is snow between them, which will slow me down. But we seem to be going okay for now. I'd be interested to know how heavy the cable cars are. I don't imagine they're that heavy. This is a bit of a bend. Of course, we've had to slow down now to low, maybe even. Yeah, I might be able to switch between low gear and low plus. Oh, sorry about your gate. Oh, it looks like it'll just spring back up though. Yep. Luckily, they don't snag on the trailers and stop them. That's pretty good that they don't do that, or else that would be rubbish. Be caught on the bull, but well, this trailer doesn't really have a bull bar. But all right, over here. So obviously we want to avoid driving over any significant jumps. Although this one's still pretty big. I think I'm about to run into some trouble. As, yep, the call-up is not heavy enough to pull the trailer down. Is there another way to approach this? Oh, slightly off to the side, actually. Our first big snag. Alright, so I'm going to try a slightly diagonal approach. Hoping this works a bit better. Yeah, because if you can just see on the left, in the bottom left corner, it's those darn lights. Make sure I've got the suspension dialed up. Yep, that is up. There's definitely nowhere to winch to. I've got a Voron grad there that might be able to help. Okay. What we're gonna do is this. Trailer too far away, darn. Gonna try inching it forward by attaching and detaching. Oh, maybe I should have gone up the right-hand side, actually. There were quite a few more trees. We should be able to reverse back. Right, let's get over that side and see what we can do. So if we can get on a winch point behind to the trailer, that should help us greatly. Although it's, you know, it's a bigger ramp. Right. Come on, Kolob, you got this. Contours of the snow, a little bit tricky to see. Alright, up this side. Sort of going around the jump. Keep the truck driving on some kind of ground. Oh, that'll be it, actually. There we go. Oh, spot on. All right, where are we going next? Well, I think that's the well, spot too soon. I was gonna say that's the difficult bit done, but again, I'm gonna get over to the side. Good old Kolob. For its size, it is pretty damn nimble. Come on, bite in the snow. That's it. Smashing job. Proper job. Right, in terms of jumps, I think that's it. We're not going over that one. You got another thing coming. And I think, yeah. Oh no, actually, I think low plus is appropriate. Let's just have another check against low. Yeah, low plus. We should have the beans to just trundle through this, even if it does mean slightly more in fuel. Until we get to maybe this bit. Where, oh yeah, saving potentially 5 litres a minute there. Because yeah, I don't see, well, if you wanted to do it all in one go, I don't really see an alternate way that would be less of a struggle than doing this. I mean, I know some people like to save things like the Zix 605R and the Mastodon, and you know, this for the really big jobs or really big cargoes, but sometimes you don't want to run these up and down every time, you know, 4 times potentially doing this, because there are still 4 more cable cars. So I presume that I'm going to have to do this again. I'm surprised it wasn't, the mission wasn't to just deliver all 8 of them. You know, it wouldn't be the first time there was a mission with 16 cargo. Looking at you, 16 cellulose in Wisconsin. So I've got about 5 to 6 minutes before I run out of fuel. I'm not actually sure that's enough to get me up the mountain right now. I might be okay. See, all these new trucks all have roof racks. Where's that change for the vanilla trucks? You know, even the W990's got a roof rack, and it's barely got a roof to support one. Like, its roof space is nothing compared to the Kolob or the Azov 64131. Just utilize that snow to ensure we've got something to drive on / through. Oh, let's see, yep, so we can get away with speeding up a bit. You can see the trailer legs carving through the snow, which will be having an impact on our speed, creating drag. That's physical drag. It's the worst. How are we doing back here? For cleared snow. Yeah, a lot of snow cleared. I mean, these look quite nice. They're already very dirty for some reason. How long were they sitting in the warehouse? 4 minutes. Oh, it should be fine, actually. The Burlak's still up there at the top. Oh, the final crest might actually be a little tricky. It's good to actually see, when you're off-roading, that all of the trailer wheels are working. No, there's one axle that's off the ground. Oh, this is pretty steep. That looks like it's going to catch the legs. Is that sideways? That's more sideways than forwards, but it might help. What about, that's a big tree. We just keep trying, keep rocking it. There we go. That front axle needs to be it. What this trailer needs is 1 or 2 axles here, like modern low loader trailers, as if they've got like a dolly, because that would remove the requirement for the legs, and wheels help you get over crests and mounts. So that would be a good change. This seems like a silly route to go. So I'm going to back up and head for the red route. Maybe I can get close enough to one of those trees if I get a bit stuck. And dial it back to regular low range, because we're moving pretty slowly and just burning fuel. One of these... Oh no, is it really out of reach? Oh, it is. Oh. Uh-oh. I might have to take another run at it. Getting closer to the Orostok Mountain sign that's there. Try and reduce the angle of climbing. You're less likely to catch on the ground. Also means I'm a bit closer to the trees. There we go. Just got to overcome the friction. Come on. Oh, I actually went back a bit. Come on. You got this. Just drag it through. As I've said before, those wheels, they shouldn't have a vertical movement to put them away. It should be that they fold back so they're within the confines of the chassis. And I'm running fairly low on fuel. 2 minutes and I'm done. And that's because I took a stupid way round to the train station. And it's going to start chugging in a minute. Luckily, I mean, I've plenty of spares up here. We've got the Bandit just ahead. We've got the Bear Light next to me. You can hear the engines working really hard, sucking the last bit out of the fuel tank. Yeah, the truck's jerking now because my consumption outmatches what I've got left in the tank. Am I gonna make it across the line? I mean, no, I'm not. It's just gonna be difficult. So, shimmy the Bearlight into place. $93 will be more than enough. Okay, so, oh. How am I gonna drive into that? It's a bit narrow. I suppose, though, they don't anticipate you maybe using this trailer. Which they never do, so they build everything really bloody small. But as long as you get the trailer past, like, halfway on with a post or something, it will just kind of be forced around it. Because luckily, trailers don't break. Oh, look at that. We do see them move. Ah, wonderful. Wow, they're pretty fast. Although I've never been in a cable car, so I don't know how fast they actually move. Oh, we do see them. They are actually moving in the game world. That is nice and cool. I do like that. Right. What I think I'll do is move on to this sort of thing. The Embero Pictures. The town movie set. 2 metal beams, 6 wooden planks. So, right, how many do I have in here? Storage zone has 7 short logs, so that should be fine. Both generators have plenty of fuel. So I'm going to move things around, sort a couple of trucks out, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, so we're readying up for a town movie set. We have brought the Tatra T813 and a trailer down to the production area behind the garage. So we should be able to make some wooden planks. So we need 6 altogether. 2, 4, 6. And then I will load up 4. Yeah, oh, but that's not enough. That's okay. I mean, it's fairly easy going, really, isn't it? Alright, let's back this up. I have another set of the Jack of all trades tires on. Set 3. I should really write these down, but the first thing you notice is just how damn wide they are. They're a lot wider than the default tires that this truck has. So I think they are, so even though the stats may be similar or the same, the width, the actual size of the tires does also make an impact. So I would suggest going with these for this kind of truck, where what you can do, because there are 6 different tires in this set, you can pick and choose depending on how much mud and how much dirt there's going to be. So if it is a muddier route, you would go with, I think, set 3 or 4. Or that was my Discord, not yours. Or if it's going to be more dirt orientated, I think you can go with like set 1 or 2, and I can't quite remember what 5 and 6 do. Or you can sort of aim for like a middle ground, I think, with 4. So you got options, but they're a lot wider. So you've got greater surface area. More surface area means more traction. So it should help on all accounts. So I don't really know why I'm driving. Actually, I do know why I'm driving with all-wheel drive, because it doesn't matter. So yeah, we've got this, the wooden planks, and then... Ooh. I've just thought about the Paystar 5600, actually, because that ordinarily has the MSH tires. I never remember which way around they are. They're fat mud tires. They're quite a similar size to this. That might benefit quite a bit and maybe save on a bit of fuel with the new tire set. Same with the Western Star 6900 twin steer. That would definitely be an interesting thing to check out. Let's just get these out of the way. But yeah, so far these tires making mincemeat of the little dirt and mud area at the production site. I mean, the rest of the drive, there's not really that much to see. I'm driving down a road to deliver these to the town movie set. So, it's not riveting stuff. There's 0 challenge. So after this, there'll be 6 slots of cargo left to move still. I don't know why I didn't use a ramp flatbed trailer, because I'm going to need one on the next run. Really weird. Oh no, what I was going to do is use the Voronggrad actually with a trailer and just stick a bit of wood on top of another one, because that has got some new tires on as well, and they look very menacing. So rather than whittle on about random tires, I'll just cut to the part where I'm dropping these off, and then we'll jump in the Voronggrad. I mean, as anticipated, yeah, it's just driving down a road. It's not exactly rocket science. Right, so let's pull into here. Deliver these. And then get this truck out of the way. We'll just park this next to... Oh, am I going to be able to get past here? Oh, there we go. And just knock the engine off, and we'll jump in the Voronggrad. Right, so these tires are looking pretty beefy. Again, wider than the regular tires that the truck can run. So should help in all-terrain and mud conditions. Maybe not so much on tarmac though. Right, yep, so we're gonna go and pick up the wood first and then go to the metal factory to get, well, you know, metal. And then I've got the crane, so I can just sling one of the bits of wood on top of the other. And then, you know, it's not a dangerous route or delivery, really, is it? So why do the extra back and forth? But I think these tires look great on this truck. Oh. So they still have the same durability. Would I say that they're a need to buy set? Like DLC, what is it, like, in the UK, I think it's about £3. Probably not. A lot of the tires are kind of like side grades, but it does just give you more options with the mud tires for having a range of 6. So you can tailor things, as I said, more to dirt or more to mud. But I believe the biggest impact, I've not tested this myself, the biggest impact is to scouts. So I'll have to see, particularly for certain vehicles like the Burlak and the Tatarin, whether or not they just still have their individual specialized sets of tires. Although I don't know why you would use anything else for the Tatarin with their mud rating of 8. What would be the point? I imagine actually it's probably the same for the Burlak, given they're a unique size and shape. But I think, yeah, because the MS1 tires are fairly garbage, which are the standard mud tire for scouts. So if there's a better option available, then that's great. But you know, if you hardly ever use the scouts, then maybe the pack's not worth it. But somebody out there will probably do some comparison or whatever, and go into detail about which tires suit which terrain, even though you can just kind of read the numbers off for yourself. The Snowrunner on the Map Runner tire sheet should be updated pretty soon, ideally with all the different variations and the variants, which will take the guesswork out of using it in the menu where it just says good, excellent, because some tires are more excellent than others, that is for sure. But yeah, these will need a test in some proper off-road conditions at some point. Really, some timed trials is probably the best way to go about it. Same truck, same performance characteristics, same cargo, and time what they do. But anyway, let's nip into here. I will have to detach the trailer in order to turn the generator on. And I'm also going to need to unpack what I've currently got. Take one of them out, take one of the wooden planks out. Off the truck, or else it'll despawn. And then back. And then with the world's weakest crane. I can't lift this wood. I'm struggling. Pop that down there. And off we go. Ooh, I've just thought I might be able to change off-road tires for my Transstar and Ford CLT 9000. Oh my god, is that playthrough going to become pay to win because I bought different tires? Oh no. I don't know, it depends what the statistics are. But I'll have to see. I'll get the viewer's verdict on whether or not I'm allowed to use the DLC tires. Because they might just be inherently better. Not that the UOD2s are a bad tire, they're a very good tire. I don't know why it's always the middle of the set, which is typically, in quotes, the best. Because I think, you know, by default, if you see 1, 2, 3, 4 of a set of tires, or a set of anything, you're like, ooh, either 1 or 4 is going to be the best. Not 2 or 3. Who knows? Who knows why they did it that way? Right, anyway, it's a high gear. Get around the corner. Again, this is a very, very straightforward mission. As we roll in to deliver more supplies for the movie. And then pack the last one. Oh, wonderful. That $8 grand for that. Very easy. And move the movie star trailer. Oh, we're back with this trailer. It's taken me 4 attempts to drive this truck here. As you'll see in a short I will post, this thing can get up to speed in with, I guess it's like a road glitch. Just flat out in high gear, and I was in first person trying to see the speed, and the camera ended up coming through the back of the truck, and I did a huge somersault. Right, can I... Huh. Am I going to have to drive it with all this stuff sticking out? That seems stupid. Great, okay. All the parts sticking out, it is. That's a huge oversight that you can't retract them. Of course, there's no button to retract it. Right, anyway, we're going up the mountain. We're going to see how this thing does with hill climbs. Right, so high gear it is. Yeah, driving this Kenworth with no cargo on it is very dangerous. Do take care. Feather the gas whenever you can. So, you know, always. Okay, I need to just dial the power back a little bit. Getting a lot of wheel spin. At the minute, we're pretty much just relying on that front right of the drive wheels to get us going forward. Just wiggle steering. That's, again, I need to mute Discord, sorry. That'll be people replying to me. And we are getting through there. Just a little bit more traction. We can get more revs in. Should be able to get back into the high gear. Oh, we're struggling a bit. We're getting there though. Doesn't help. We've now. Oh, okay, that tree has collapsed ahead of us. Doesn't help. I think this trailer is pretty heavy. Just wondering if that tree was maybe stopping us. Yeah, so with a rear-wheel drive truck like this, diff lock isn't actually of much use. Right. Let's see. Am I able to just drive forward a little bit? Yeah. Oh, it pulled me back. Okay, I'm going to have to use the winch. That's a bit annoying. Just gotta monitor and take it easy on the accelerator just to not wheel spin too much. Just riding the accelerator basically at the limit of traction, between traction and wheel spin. That's what you've got to do in these situations. The snow really doesn't help either. But that's why we don't want to use the diff lock, because we want to try and extract the maximum power whenever we can. There we go. And unfortunately, I just don't quite have the means to get into the high gear at the minute, because as soon as you can hear the revs are really low. You can see we're just about making it around. But it's alright, you know, we make that big right turn, and now we've got to make the big left turn. Come on, Kenworth, you can do it. You show these people what for. I am struggling to actually turn. Like I say though, I don't really know the way to the trailer or where it's the heaviest. Because if the trailer's the heaviest at the back, or just one equal weight, it's hard to know. Whereas, you know, if you had a cargo trailer, like a saddle trailer, you would put the heaviest stuff at the front over the saddle to push the back wheels down rather than at the back, because it's harder to just drag. Let's try. Yeah, nope. We're nearly at a high enough rev. We should be fine now because we're basically on a dirt road. It's just this uphill segment. Is that enough? Now the wheels are just in overdrive. There we go, we're building a bit of speed. Because it doesn't help, we're constantly turning, so, you know, the path of least resistance is forwards. And if we're constantly having to turn, that's just making the truck's life harder. Oh, it's right, we need to slow down for the snow. Yeah, I think a lot of this trailer's weight is actually going to be at the back. It's just sinking down. So you're just dragging a huge weight behind you, and it looks like I've got virtually no weight on the drive wheels. So it's a bit of an unfair test, really. Does this have winch points further back? Yeah. Oh, really? Can't reach that tree stump? Well, I should be able to reach it now. There we go. Yeah, I think I wouldn't measure the Kenworth's capabilities against the use of this trailer. One, because it's a one-off trailer, and two, because I've seen it do much more with what I would presume is heavier cargo, like long logs and medium logs and metal beams. I think this trailer is just a peculiar design, because it doesn't look like the wheels are getting down into the mud at all. And I've driven this thing like across the drowned lands without much fuss. It's quite annoying actually, because people are then going to see this and just say, oh, it's a crap truck. It couldn't move that trailer. This is a weird trailer. It really is bizarre the way it moves. I mean, you can't even pack it in, so it's wider than it should be. And it's got tiny, tiny highway tires. You see, it can drag up the hill just fine. Well, say just fine. Yes, it's not putting any weight. The weight is all behind. Right, I'm just gonna brake here. So it's just following this up. Hopefully it runs a little bit better in the snow. Although at this rate it might not. Again, I look like I'm beached. Well, beached is not the right term, but I'm only getting one axle in the muck. This is a really rough position to be in, actually. Half my truck is sunk into the ground and I can't move. Okay, they're through there a bit better. Yeah. I guess avoiding the, whatever it was, the deeper mud. We just got to keep going as forward as possible, as much as possible, to take the strain off the rear wheels. But unfortunately, corners exist. Also holding this up through the snow. The snow's normally bad enough as it is. Because I got this thing up the ski slope with metal beams on, no problem. It went up as fast as anything else would, given the snow limits your speed pretty well. Oh, am I going to risk lifting, well, not even lifting the trailer, lifting the truck? Come on, Kenny. Kenny boy, you got this. Yeah, I don't think, in these conditions, high gear is not too appropriate. You can see, even when it's working hard, it's not using that much fuel. It just feels like, so even though the tires have good ratings for dirt and mud. You put it in high, it just, your traction just goes out the window. Right, I am going to try and go up to the left as much as I can, which is a bit risky. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go straight in. I can just see if I go up to the left with that bank, I'm just gonna end up tipping over. Oh, there we go. Kenny doing the work. Lift axle just about staying out of the way. It's going to be a long episode, this one. God, moving this movie trailer sucks. I mean, the first one was easy because it was just all road. Oh, keep right. No need to go through the water. Oh, you can feel a bit more traction. Engine revs are higher. Yeah, I've got more grip. And then suddenly, look at that, we're off like a rocket. With a very subtle change in driving surface. Oh, I've driven into a boulder. That's not going to help. And another boulder. Eek. Right, we're nearly there. Just trying to not catch parts of the trailer on rocks and stuff. A massive oversight that when you attach this truck to a the trailer to a truck rather, the compartments don't fold up, you know, pack into a movable state. There's no way you get away with actually driving this down a road. Ooh, looks like a difficult patch ahead. We'll stick with it. We've got some rocky ground to drive on, so we'll try and utilize that as best we can without driving over too many of them. Hopefully that's not too soon. Come on, don't chock me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go around the outside of this mud. Again, look at that, firmer ground. And we just shoot off like a rocket. All it takes is that little bit. And there we have it. We're just having to use the winch in a couple of places just to get moving again. We have arrived at the top, at the delivery point. Just about. One last jump. Come on. And into the yellow box. In we go. Oh, automatically. Oh, it packs away when you get there. Well, I guess that makes it easier for next time. And speaking of next time, that's where we're going to call it apart. So, next time, we will continue, I guess, with a bad connection. Oh, wait. Oh, that's from the petrol station. I've got to take that up there. And then some other stuff So I hope you all join me for that. So I want to thank you all very much for watching. I've been Deck. This has been Season 11 Snowrunner. And have a great day.